Welcome, welcome, welcome. RTM, whatever. Welcome to my morning workout. And today we're gonna discuss one of the very sensitive topics, which is legs. How to grow legs and don't look like you have a skinny ass legs. Everybody focus on upper body, but you're not having that developed. Well, let's start from the beginning. Number one, your legs does not grow as much because they're not, there's too much muscle and you only use them for walking. So in order to grow them up in size, it would be needing a little bit more intense exercise or time under pressure. And for that, we would be able to kind of activate the fibers of the legs. So I'm gonna run you through what got my legs to be so big, Sure, you guys can see how let's put it down a little bit. Here we go, baby. These kind of legs is what I will show you how to get them and what exercises I did start working on legs. So number one, which is amazing, is the press. So when you sit on the press right here, put it back a little bit so you guys can see. There we go. And this one was amazing because it definitely put a lot more pressure on the quad muscle. So when you're trying to go for it, first there is this position, which is your legs just like there. There is one that is open, and there is one that is like a little bit closed, which is, I don't know what's the reason for this one. It's actually not good for knees. But there's one that is like a closed leg. And again, I don't think that's the best one for this press movement. So the best thing is to keep it like almost in a natural position and try to go. The higher you go with your leg, the more you're working out your hamstrings. The lower you go to the edge of the press, the more you're working out your quads. So this is quads, this is hamstrings more. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, and then we're gonna have the isolation. So the isolation is when you go with one leg at a time, and that gives you the isometric stabilization and performance, because not every muscle in your body is as strong as the other muscles. So you want to always include isolation movement to have that. Oh, I see, like the left leg for me. I think it's here. Here we go. There we go. All right. Now, these amazing, do a press, warm it up. Will be both of them together. And then it will be starting with isolation after that. The second thing that is very optimal for leg movement, I used to do 6 sets on each of these, but I would go 4 to 6 on these, okay? So here we go. And for the press and the isolation. And then we switch to this one. So with this one, you're gonna hear a lot of talk that you need to be worried about your tendons and your knee joints and all that beautiful stuff, which is true. What you wanna do is, you wanna go as high as you can, but at the same time, you don't wanna go lower than around 45-degree angle, and you're gonna keep it at that zone. You don't wanna go under your knee, because that point, you're not working on the muscle, you're relying more on the tendons. But again, bodybuilders and people on steroids who have unlimited recovery potential, they do that stuff because their muscle is bigger, and their tissue is much more need that extension. But for normal guys who's not on gear, this is it. Again, do isolation. That's how you're gonna get a big leg, buddy. Leg press, 4 to 6 sets. Isolation on each leg, 4 to 6 sets. You know, leg extension, 4 to 6 sets. Isolation on each leg, 4 to 6 sets. And then you go from there. It's like, why are you not starting with quads? Because you are not warmed up yet. And then we're gonna go for the hamstrings. So the hamstrings with this one, again, I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks. When you're going with this one, I don't want you to go up again. Want it to keep down and that 45-degree angle to not strain your knee and have some tendons and, you know, connective tissue that is actually destroyed. All right, buddy? Finish 4 to 6 sets. And isolation, 4 to 6 sets. Why do you do isolation, Dr. Dash? Because that's the only thing that entices, after we have that activation on that muscle group, entices each muscle to grow on its own and to find the equilibrium, of, oh my God, this leg is bigger than this leg, this calf is better than this calf. So that's it. So let's recap because a lot of you motherfuckers are forgetting. So we're gonna start with leg press, 4 to 6 sets. Isolation on leg press, 4 to 6 sets. Leg extension, 4 to 6. Isolation, 4 to 6. Leg extension for hamstrings, 4 to 6. Isolation, 4 to 6. And then we come to the squats, the king. All right. Be better if it's here. All right, let me give you a better shot. I'll give you a better shot, everybody. Who wants a better shot? There you go. All right, there we go. I can see it. All right. So when you're starting with squats, there's a shit ton of variations. I'm gonna keep it simple. If you want to grow that leg, you're gonna take this recipe, take it home, and grow your leg in 4 to 6 weeks. Worked on a lot of my clients. Again, go down. You don't want your leg position to be like 11. You want it to be open up a little bit, and you're gonna go down. Regular squats. Of course, if you cannot go all the way down, it's okay, and it's just some flexibility issues. I can go all the way as to grass, but again, I'm not working on my quads. I'm relying more on the tendons. You can stop at 90 degrees and go up, but you know how it is. All right, we're done with this, 4 to 6. And then this would work the quad itself, you know, and the inner side. Now we do have the outer sides of the quads, these ones. How do you grow this? How do you have that developed look of your leg? I'm gonna hit you up with a little bit of knowledge as well. So you're gonna have both your legs next to each other. You're gonna go all the way down and all the way up. Actually, let me get the camera closer or lower so you can see my leg position. Here we go. Lower a little bit. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. There you go, guys. That is optimal. Here we go. So, again, with this one, I'm gonna go on the Smith machine or whatever it is. Regular barbell would work too. You're gonna have your legs like next to each other. You're gonna go all the way down, all the way up. Why are you doing this? Because this works the outer side of the quads, and this is how you have a functional, better leg training and get that legs grown up. Intense, coupled with nutrition, science, but mostly science-based exercise, starting with presses, isolation, extension, both quad and hamstrings with isolation. We go to the squat. You know, a lot of guys says, I want to start with squat because I have my energy. It's like, yeah, but that's how you break your back. That's how you have a hip replacement. That's how you have all that bullshit because you're not really warmed up yet. And it's not about how much weight you can lift. It's about the muscle under tension. And it doesn't have to be 100% all the time. So let's recap. I'm going to put on the screen leg extension, isolation, leg press, isolation, hamstring extension, isolation, squat wide, 4 to 6, squat tight, and then you do calves whether standing or in the machine. And it would be good if you can start with abs or, you do not. But that's all. That's how you grow your legs. Stay consistent with it, and you're going to find a lot of magic. See you tomorrow, motherfuckers. Keep it up. Want to see in the comments. Any of you follow this, or you just not obnoxious? Just don't know, or you just don't train legs in the first place. That's another issue. See you. Bye-bye, everybody.